What is up, fellas? Hopefully all is well. Madden NFL 12. We got the Raiders, Browns, Giants, Buccaneers, Bills, Colts. Bills just won their game. Our team, the Bills, showing the Bears against the Cardinals. Cardinals end up winning that one. Now on to the conference championship round, going up against the Oakland Raiders. Peyton Manning, Jamal Charles, 99 overall. Jamal Charles. You got Lance Moore, who I guess that's their number one option in the offense. But AJ Green, a Tracy Harris, who's 6'7". Look at that, 90 speed. I mean, that's already impressive speed for a dude that size. 98 jumping, already an 83 catching. He's only 76 overall because he's a rookie and his awareness is absolute shit. Todd Heap, Jeremy Shockey, probably the best duo at tight ends you'll ever see if this was about 10 years ago. But still, two solid dudes, two solid veterans to have at tight end for Peyton Manning. Pretty solid team. Overall, you got Robert Quinn now, and then a Dan Morgan, I believe. No, Derek Morgan. Dan Morgan. Dan Morgan was a middle linebacker for the very solid Panther defenses of the 2000s. You got Kyle Williams, who happens to be a Bill himself, and then Tamba Ali, man, infamous for being the dude that was traded for Jared Allen. The Chiefs traded away Jared Allen to Minnesota for Tamba Ali. Ali's a pretty solid player, but let's be honest. He's no Jared Allen, but Nick Collins on this defense as well as an older Ray Lewis. So this team is smoking people if it was like 2006. Let's be honest, 2005, 2006. But we're cutting straight to it. In the AFC Championship game, we will play the winner. If we are to win this game, we will play the winner of the Cardinals and the Buccaneers. 13-5 Oakland Raiders going up against our Buffalo Bills here in Buffalo. The Mafia is going batshit. This team is very, very solid. It looks like a franchise is definitely built well for a nice dynasty with this Bills team. Hopefully it doesn't end up like the Jim Kelly type stuff with this Bills franchise losing 4 straight Super Bowls. I know we lost to Tom Brady and the Titans last year in what I believe was the wild card round. But now we're looking at a potential MVP and Cam Newton leading this team. And now the defense happens to be the first thing on the field. But the first play of offense for this Raiders team is going to be a decent run by Jamal Charles. But overall, this defense seeming to do pretty well. It's just weird enough that a Peyton Manning offense is going to have 3 straight runs. I understand you have Jamal Charles, one of the more dynamic playmakers around this time at the running back position, or playmakers in general. But nothing having it. 3 and out after 3 straight runs. Bad play right there after a weak run. And then here we go, looking to get a nice Greg Olsen. Big target down the middle of the field, but not able to get it. It's going to be Raiders ball. And then it's going to be AJ Green. AJ Green. He's going to make quite the impact for this game for Peyton Manning and company. It's a team, like I said, pretty solid. AJ Green, I'm surprised he's only 81 overall since he's already had 1 rookie season under his belt in this game. Very solid couple of wide receivers in this class of rookies for this. I mean, this class of rookies is just insane. That's why most of the team is a bunch of rookies that I drafted with Cam Newton, J.J. Watt, Von Miller. This is a pretty solid draft class overall. But here we go. Cam Newton, pretty much, I think, what is it? More than halfway, about halfway through the first quarter. The first official first down. And then Darius Hayward-Bay. Speaking of the Oakland Raiders and shitty picks, man with a very cool name, very athletic when it comes to speed, not catching. And, he ends up holding on a play that he had no business of trying to make an extra effort on. But however, who cares? This offense is very solid, getting things done through the air, which has seemed to be the common theme for this offense with Dez Bryant, with Deion Butler, and then Greg Olsen, and then Shady McCoy. Nice little change of pace, nice run right up the middle, and then a lob pass to one of the better deep threats in football at this time. You saw him last week against the Indianapolis Colts with David Garrard and company, a team that has a very solid offense with Deshaun Jackson, but a team that, well, let's be honest, solid offense isn't going to really do shit for you when you got Dez Bryant on the other side of the field. Huge career game for him in that one. And then now he's just replicating it in this one. Beautiful job, beautiful pass, and nice little drive right there for the Bills to start off the game 7-0. And then This Raiders team now 3rd and 4 after the sack and coming back with a nice little play to Lance Moore. But a beautiful tackle by Von Miller in the open field against Jamal Charles, who, I mean, it's pretty impressive just to think about it in general, but more impressive is a Gronkowski catch, and more so the run on this one. 2nd and 6 later on in the drive, passing it back to the other back, the star back, LaShawn Shady McCoy. Nice first down catch and run by him on that play. And then here it is, might be the play of the game. We'll have to see, but not one but two broken tackles by Deon Butler. As we talk about Greg Olsen, we obviously talk about Dez Bryant in this offense, but Deon Butler, a man who's so fast that can run. We got him set up in both the slot and the outside, depending on how many wide receivers we got set up. And the man, he destroys. The dude just gets it done, and a beautiful touchdown by him. And the Buffalo Bills are now up by 14 points with about 8:40 left here in the first half. But again, nothing going on for this Raiders offense to start off this game. And here we are back at the Buffalo Bills in what should be a huge play to Greg Olsen. He's got the size over the safety, but Nick Collins there in just enough time to combat the pass. It's going to be incomplete. But fortunately enough, later on, you got the likes of Dez Bryant already 2,300 yards, receiving 20 touchdowns in his young career. Should have thrown it to Shady. A lot of open room for him over there, but still, first down to Dez Bryant. And looking at it, Deon Butler, nice little route right there by him. Beautiful hitch route. And also, too, the awareness for it to get past the first down line. But, again, that's the one thing about this team. Very talented, but the awareness just isn't there yet. And you're going to see it on these two plays. And I say that, but it's really me that's fucking up on that one. But nice little sack right there is going to lead to Raiders ball later on here in the game. But he's just getting stuffed up by... But now, no huddle offense for this Raiders team. Pretty desperate to get some points on the board before the end of the half. I mean, it's AFC Championship after all. But again, 3rd down, not able to convert. But speaking of converting, nice first down pass right there to get the first down by Cam Newton. Corner route by Deon Butler. But unfortunately, though, it ends up coming back against this offense with that lack of awareness, even on the offensive line. And it's going to have to be pretty much end of the drive for us right there. But Harris, the rookie, with a nice catch. Only 9 yards, though. It did look like a first down, but whatever. 3rd and 1 now towards the end of the half. And then Peyton Manning gets Jeremy Shockey. Nice juke move right there by the old alumni from the U. And then a pass out to Mr. Jeremy Shockey yet again. I mean, Peyton Manning, I know Lance Moore is the number 1 option on this team, technically because he's rated the best by the wide receivers, but you got A.J. Green, who's 6'3", maybe 6'4". You have Jeremy Shockey and Todd Heap, who are each at least 6'3", 6'4", and then of course you have the 6'7" behemoth. And speaking of behemoths, Aldon Smith, he's in for Ryan Kerrigan as the backup DN. I know technically he's made quite an impression for the 2 years that he was an absolute stud in the 3-4 defense that the Niners had with Jim Harbaugh and company. But right here, it's just a nice little replacement to have on the edge, especially when you have two very stud defensive tackles. You got J.J. Watt on the other end. But enough news about that one. Now we're in the second half. Cam Newton has been carving them up in the middle part of the passing game, I guess the intermediate part of the passing game. But the highlight is going to be LaShawn McCoy. Nice first down run. But that will be the end of the drive later on. Check down pass just to avoid the sack or injury. But later on, you got the Raiders offense, beautiful moves by Jamal Charles, just going absolute Barry Sanders on it. But unfortunately, it seems like he is on the Lions at this point, as this team is just not getting shit done on offense. He is playing decently well, it's just the blocking doesn't seem to be there. But speaking of, just highlights on the other end by this offense. And again, 2 in a row right here. Greg Olsen, beautiful stiff arm, trying to get the highlight stick. Just not able to stick, as it's going to end up being a 3rd down later on in the drive. Again, Greg Olsen, and then here we go. Nice counter play with LaShawn McCoy. Shady breaks a beautiful tackle on that. Basically a juke move at that point, but hey, that's his game. Such a talented runner. And then Gronkowski gets it done right here on 1st and goal with his legs, but also, too, remember the man can get it done with his hands. And a check down, beautifully timed. No way the safety can creep up to get his man. Should have been playing press at least, considering it was only 3 yards for the touchdown. But it's going to be 21 to zip. Just a route so far Just under 3 minutes now in the third quarter. Jamal Charles still getting involved. But again, it's just, even if you have Peyton Manning, and also too, weren't they destined to fail? The man's wearing Jamarcus Russell number 2, and it's Peyton Manning. We should be seeing the number 18 on this man. And as you can tell, the number is apparently saying it all, as he's just playing like absolute doo-doo. A minute left in the third quarter. Again, a no-huddle offense by this offense. But again, Aldon Smith right there with a nice little blitz zone switch for the DN to come back in zone. And then here we go, Dez Bryant. Huge play coming up ahead, as Dez Bryant's going to be out in the open field. But I timed that stiff arm just a bit too early. Maybe I should have had him use the highlight stick. I don't know. Seemed like he was off to the races. But again, it was a nice angle by Nick Collins on that one for the tackle on the play. And then here we go, Gronk yet again getting things done. Offense moving down the field now, 2nd and 12, but unfortunately so. Great awareness play by Mr. Webb. Trent Williams, probably one of the fastest 40s of all time as an offensive lineman, but he's an offensive lineman, fellas. I don't care if he's the fastest of all time for offensive lineman. He's not going to pull Larry out on this one, and it's just no way to catch this man already in stride. And now the pieces are starting to fall together for this Raiders team. 3rd and long for Cam Newton. Butler going out. No Dez Bryant on this one. I don't know why they wouldn't have Dez Bryant. Just, talking about taking a breather. Take a breather on first down if you want to get converting on 3rd and 20. But whatever. Still up by 14, but not for very long. Mr. Harris, 90 speed. The acceleration isn't amazing, but the man's 6'7" with moves like that on the outside. Basically, mostly a catch and run on that play. And just like that, fellas, in the matter of just a minute and a half, this Oakland Raiders team has now come back in the game, 14-21. Huge drive for Cam Newton and company. And speaking of, is a huge play to Greg Olsen. Just botched coverage. Huge mismatch. A man who's nearly just as fast as a decent amount of safeties is Mr. Olsen. And then leave it right here. Breaking the coverage. Beautiful wheel route by Greg Olsen. They're back into business in the red zone for this Bills team. 101 yards by Greg Olsen. Pretty much 4 huge catches. We saw earlier he had the opportunity to possibly get another 70 yards in this game, as we saw those 2 very close plays and then making an additional 8 yards on this one. Probably should have slung that one in a little bit early, but whatever. The damage needed was the damage that was done. 3 points to make it a 2-possession game. Bills now playing defense. A.J. Green. There's going to be a lot of A.J. Green at the end of this game, but apparently not on the next play, because for some fucking reason, Al Davis and the boys decide to kick a fucking punt with 2 minutes left. One, I'm not going to complain, but I'm a little annoyed because it's like, what, are you just conceding this win to us at this point? You came back at that. It just doesn't make much sense. But again, here we go to Cam Newton. Going to scramble around, and then just the worst thing possible. Runs out of bounds, and it's a sack. Going to lead to Raiders ball after the punt. And then I don't know how that ball got in there, but Jeremy Shockey's happy about it. First down now. No huddle offense. A minute 20 left on the clock and still running for this Raiders offense. 14-24 for this team. Desperate as always. And bam. Incomplete pass now. 3rd and 8 later on in the drive. 48 seconds to go. Peyton Manning slings it out. Lance Moore wearing the number 88, looking like Peyton Manning. Very used to that, throwing to that number 88 in his illustrious career. But he's not wearing the right number himself. And that's probably why they're losing, let's be honest. But A.J. Green, number 18. Just give it to Peyton Manning. I know you drafted him first. Why wouldn't you give him the jersey number 18? Whatever. 4 catches, 73 yards on the day. But that will not be the end of it for A.J. Green. 23 seconds in running. No huddle offense. Fake. And then bam. A.J. Green makes the touchdown catch, make that 81 yards on the day. And then here we go, probably the biggest play to decide anything. A red-hot Raiders team trying to recover the ball. But Steve Slayton decided to put on his West Virginia Mountaineer outfit and save the day. 24-21 after Cam Newton takes a couple of knees to finish this one. The Buffalo Bills, is it 1993? Because this team's back in business. And they got Cam Newton setting things up with Greg Olsen. Is it going to be an MVP season for Cam Newton? Or is this, who are we playing? Cardinals? Buccaneers? have to see. NFC. Oh, it's going to be the Buccaneers. And guess who's on this Buccaneers team? Colt McCoy, Danny Amendola. That doesn't seem like the type of team that's 13-4, let alone, getting to the Super Bowl at 14-4. Miles Austin and Drew Brees on this Arizona Cardinals team. Colt McCoy beats Drew Brees and company. Rushing. I mean, who the fuck is Mike? Again, just names that are just showing up and whatnot, but Miles Austin on this team. Leave Evans as well, Jason Avant. And then you got Mike Wallace, Aaron Hernandez, Eric Decker, and then Danny Amendola on this team. Pretty solid team overall, I'd have to say. They have to be highly disciplined, and that makes sense right there. They're not rated very well going up against this very solid Bills team with 6-game win streak, 2-game win streak for this Buccaneers team, 15 differential in turnovers. We're going to have to stay disciplined in this game. As always, fellas, take it easy and see y'all next time.